Yo, internet, how's it going? Welcome back. I'm saying I am just full of hatred today, aren't I? So let's jump into this wonderful articles because this is actually a gateway to something that I really wanted to talk about for a good while now, and it was something all the way back in 2015. There's something that came out recently this year to basically this stupid stuff that's going on with the Mortal Kombat. And Sony is cracking down on sexually explicit games upon sexually explicit PlayStation games. And basically they admitted to the Wall Street Journal that basically the reason why they're doing that is his decision was based on the rise of the Me Too movement, which has seen powerful individuals across tech, entertainment, and music industries ousted for their position amid accusations of sexual assault and harassment. Now, all these PlayStation details, they're wonderful. We do name change, PlayStation 5 release date and specs, details confirming 8K backwards compatibility. All that shit is wonderful, right? However, a spokesperson for Sony went on to tell the Wall Street Journal said that they did this because basically that they wanted creators, what he said, so that creators can offer well-balanced content on the platform, as well as help ensure playing video games does not inhibit the sound and growth and development in young people. They also went on to say that Sony isn't concerned with the ethics of allowing sexual explicit content in PlayStation games. It's also worried about the potential for legal action against the company if it doesn't introduce stricter rules for developers. Now, what does all of this mean, and what's my beef with this entire thing? Technically, because again, I know that I can rant on this for hours, but I'm gonna try and condense this down so I don't sound too much like a goddamn fool. Okay, so the reality of this is that Sony has been selling, or at least most of these games. My problem with this shit started all the way back with Metal Gear Solid 5. Okay. In Metal Gear Solid 5, obviously everybody knows who Quiet is, and if you don't, look her up. Metal Gear Solid 5 Quiet. Yes, she's a very, very attractive woman, who wears a bikini in the battle. Reason being, she has superhuman strength. She can go invisible, and on top of that, she breathes through her skin. Now, people were saying that Kojima's response to that, because people they didn't like her outfit. He was yeah, guys, you man would be ashamed of that shit, and most likely people were kind of mocking him for it because the character has to breathe through her skin. Now they're talking about you breathe through your face or whatever, you can still wear clothes. They showed that in the game, and no, man, she can't do that. And then people kept comparing that shit to only 13-year-old boys, man, were like that. I'm like, first off, you a grown ass man. Are you afraid of titties and ass? Apparently so. Fast forward, because there's a bunch of shit that I'm jumping over. Fast forward to the whole to the Dead or Alive controversy around them trying to hide costumes and tone down, man, the outfits that the women wear, and talking about that. They want them to be more realistic and all the rest of the other stupid shit. And I'm you have people. I mean, first off, Dead or Alive is in continuity with fucking with fucking Ninja Gaiden, a character who literally fights demons from hell. You want to talk to me about fucking realism, okay, or being realistic? You know what I mean? Ryu Hayabusa guy split in half in his own fucking game and survived that shit. Really? You want to sit here and tell me that? All right? And then basically they went on to say, you know what? Realism. You know what I mean? And then they Mr. Wizard had to bitch out and basically be like, you know what? This does not promote our core views that basically two Japanese women are on stage, jiggling titties and slapping asses and shit. You know what I mean? That's not part of our thing. Man, we don't like that. Sorry, I hit the pop filter. That's not part of our thing. You know what I mean? saying like we're about wholesome games like Mortal Kombat, where basically you can rip a man's face off and eat his goddamn brain. Yeah, man, like that's our family views. That kind of stupid shit. You know, the same thing kind of goes into like, oh yeah, Mortal Kombat, like in itself, where like the guy's like, yeah, man, like, you know, it needs to be more realistic. It needs to be that, motherfucker. You know, it's like, listen, if you're gonna build a world for over for over 20 years, and yes, it's been over 20 years. Okay, if you're gonna build a world like that has over 20 years of history and then just flush it all down the drain because basically you don't want to hurt somebody's fucking feelings who's not a goddamn fan, then fuck those people. Like, simple as that, you know. But apparently that's not how we do things. Like, that's not how it works, you know, like that stupid shit. And basically it went from that to basically where we're at today. Senran Kagura beach volley, say like Dead or Alive beach volleyball, you know, Mortal Kombat, plenty of other games that are gonna come out in the future that need to be changed. You know what I mean? To show like that women can do this too. You know, like putting women like in very unrealistic circumstances. I mean, because again, we're playing video games for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Like we're reading all the like we're basically playing all these fictional stories. You know what I mean? To where like that, yeah, like none of this shit is real. Now, honestly, I don't have a problem with Tomb Raider doing this because it's Tomb Raider. Like, it's been around for so long. You know, but to have games that have very like sexually explicit gameplay, like games like fucking Onechan Bara and shit like that, like that's what the game is about. Like, it's supposed to be a very fun, quirky, man, like sexual game where like that you just run and just kill some zombies or whatever. Not that big of a deal, but you know, when you try to make it about the sexual orientation, that's when that's when the tool in you comes out. But then again, they're doing this so that they can put out some balanced content. That, and also they're really scared of a lawsuit, which I don't know who's going to sue them for that. You know what I mean? Because again, if basically like if someone's child is playing Mortal Kombat and they're chopping off faces and shit and whatnot, I don't think that the first thing like that goes to their mind is, oh wait a second, man, I want to see Katana in a skin tight outfit, you know what I mean? Or better yet, like I don't want to see her, man, like in this leotard, you know what I mean? But like that's ruining, man, like all the gore for me. You know what I mean? It's a video game. Play the game, you beat some people up and move on. And I don't think anybody who's doing that is talking about, you know what? The game said that, man, like I make and watch all this violence and death, but the thing that affects me the most is the female body. Like that's the thing, man, like that is hurting me the most. No one ever said that. And if that is the problem, man, like with your children, you sit down, you talk to them, and you get them away from the game. I've been gaming for most of my life. Most of this shit is stupid, but hey, that is what I gotta say about that. I'll catch you guys on the next Jongravesshow. Sorry for ranting as much as I did on this because again, because I still have more in the tank, but I'd rather not make this video super goddamn long or more than 20 minutes. But I'll see you next time. I'm out. And tell me what you think about this in the comment section, please. Later.